Hello,
Hi.
my name is Deborah Dubois. I am the funeral celebrant from White Lady Funeral Homes. They called me regarding your mother Sally's funeral.
Yes.
Please come in and be seated. Did you find the address okay?
Yeah, really easy.
Oh, that's good. Makes it so much easier.
Yeah.
Okay, so would you like a refreshment?
Yes, please. Black tea would be nice. Thank you.
There we go. Now, I'm here to assist you in your time of sorrow. Together, we can culminate a service that deems fitting for your lost loved one. May I ask how your mother died?
She died of cancer.
Oh, was it a long battle for her?
She was battling the disease for 5 years.
Oh, that's a long time.
Yeah.
You must have all been very courageous. Was she in hospital or at home?
We brought her home for her final days.
Ah. Did you? I personally find that this is comforting for all involved. It may be distressing and a lot of work, but at least she was surrounded by her loved ones and in the family home. Now, shall we start with your names? I believe this is David, the husband, and you are Anita, the daughter.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. Now, I do understand how difficult this must be in your time of sorrow, how it all must seem daunting, maybe a little bit surreal. But we need to address some questions, and then I shall guide you through the service. I promise to assist in every way possible, do what is right for your family, and accommodate whatever wishes you perceive for the service. Firstly, some details. I shall write all the relevant questions down as we go onto the funeral booking sheet, and then we'll double check all is correct later.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, firstly, we need some details. Your mother's full name and date of birth. That is Sally Marie Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
And the date of birth is the 6th of February 1963.
Yes.
Is that correct? And the deceased date was on the 25th of March this year? Oh, are you okay?
I'm okay. My name is Tissue. Can you
Tissue.
call me some tissue, please? Thank you.
Now, did your mother have a nickname?
No.
Okay, the names of the next of kin. We have the husband, David Jenkins.
Mm-hmm.
Then we have the children. How many children were there? There's yourself, Anita,
Mm-hmm.
and
Tony and Michael, my brothers.
Tony and Michael. Now, the contact details. Are we going to use your contact, Anita?
Yes.
Okay, so Anita, and your surname is Livingston.
Yes.
Your address, I have down here 65 Fitzgerald Street, St. Ives.
Yes.
And your email address?
Is Anita at Livingston. Anita.Livingston at hotmail.com.
Hotmail.
Yes.
Okay. Now, the cause of death of your mother was cancer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. The funeral home is White Lady Funerals.
Yes.
And the type of service for your mother?
Cremation.
We're having a cremation.
Yeah.
Now, I have the date, the time, which is the 30th of March 2017. It is being performed at Riverdale in North Ryde, And the location is the Riverdale Crematorium.
Yes.
Yes? Okay. Now, do you wish to include a committal into the service?
Yes. And could you please read something appropriate for my mother?
Yes, of course. Here are some sample readings. Please look through them at your leisure, and we can incorporate one of them into the service. Now, it can be accompanied with some soft, appropriate background music. You can include religious overtones or whatever you deem appropriate.
My mother wasn't very religious, but
Oh.
she was spiritual.
She was spiritual? Oh, well, something like this might be suitable.
Mm.
I'll read it for you. It's, please be upstanding. Today we have acknowledged our appreciation for the privilege in sharing of Sally's life. Even though her death has meant a physical break in the links of the chain that binds us to each other, the influence, guidance and spiritual effect of Sally's life is still evident now as we speak her name. We are blessed to have heard her laughter, glad to have felt her touch, privileged to have her as our mother, wife and grandmother. We are comforted to know her pain has ended, her spirit is free and at peace, and that she leaves this life satisfied in the knowledge that she has accomplished her tasks. We will forever cherish the memory, her wisdom, her friendship, her resilience, and most of all, her love. And then we can add some personal touches about Sally's life to make it more suitable for you.
That's perfect. Don't you think so, Dad?
Nice. Well, let's keep that one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, now will any of the family members be speaking?
Yes. I would like to speak. And could you do the eulogy on behalf of Dad? He doesn't feel strong enough to speak.
Yes, of course. Let's find something appropriate that pays tribute to Sally in your own words. Let's write down any related stories, any special characteristics of your mother, perhaps some hobbies, favourite pastimes.
Mum loved to sing. She was always singing, especially in the kitchen. She loved gardening, she adored our kids, her grandchildren, and picnics, and dressing in colourful gypsy clothes. I can't think of any stories at the moment. It's all a bit too much.
Oh, that's all right, I understand, Anita. Your thoughts and mine must be whirling. You can phone me later when you've had some more time to think. Now, how did Sally meet David?
Singing in the choir, she sang like an angel. And Dad wrote her a song when he proposed to Mum.
He wrote a song when he proposed?
Yeah.
We must add that into the eulogy. Definitely. So she sang in the city choir?
Mm-hmm.
That's lovely. So you had a family that was musical and all joined in together with singing. That's a nice thing. Okay, now we need a list of people who played a significant role in your mother's life, who for whatever reason can't attend the funeral.
Aunt Jessie, her parents maybe? Bill and Jean.
Bill and Jean and Aunt Jessie. So what school did Sally attend, and any qualifications you need to add? Her good, maybe a bad habit? Just trying to add this into the eulogy to make it personal.
Mum went to Sydney Girls High School.
Okay.
She left in Year 10 and went to secondary school. Mum had this funny habit of using a pretend angry voice as well.
A pretend angry voice. That's appropriate. We must add that as well. We need a list of favourite songs that you would like played. Some poems, readings, any symbolic items you wish to be displayed, photos. They all need to be gathered together for the service.
Mum loved Shirley Bassey. She sang her songs beautifully.
Oh, that's a lovely memory, Anita. We shall incorporate that into the ceremony. Perhaps an appropriate Shirley Bassey song in the beginning and at the end of the ceremony. That would be nice. I'll have a list. Will the grandchildren be attending?
No. They're too young to understand and might disrupt the service.
Okay, that's understandable. Okay. So most people include a PowerPoint presentation, a montage of holiday snaps, favourite times together, milestone events, etc. Things like that. Would that be something that you would like to include?
Yes, that sounds ideal. We can work on that.
It is something that you can all do together.
Mm.
Okay, so incorporate that. Will there be a wake or sharing of memories?
Yes, a wake back at my brother Tony's house.
Okay, well, good. I will include that into the service. Now, I know it's a lot to think about at the moment. It can be a bit daunting. So that's understandable. You can take all this home with you, and I can phone you tomorrow evening, and we can make some final decisions then. Would that be suitable?
Lovely, thank you.
My pleasure. Now, may I ask what you will miss most about your mother?
So many things, but definitely her singing.
Singing?
Her singing while she cooked dinner. Oh, and her pretend angry voice.
The pretend angry voice.
Yeah.
I shall add that. It's a poignant memory, and everyone will relate to that, and it will make a little bit of lightness into the ceremony.
It sounds lovely.
Okay, so while you're looking in that folder, I will make a first draft of the eulogy based on the information that you have just provided, and you can tell me what you think.
Okay.
So there are some other readings in here, different songs, poems that you might like to read at the service.
Okay.
Are you going to read? Yes. So
Yes.
you can have a little look in here, and I will just make some notes with the information that you've given me, and we'll go from there.
Sure.
Do you like a drink of water?
No, thank you. I've got my tea.
Okay, so this is a rough draft, and we can change it to suit you. Just let me know what you think. It is my privilege for the next few minutes to share with you the life of Sally Marie Jenkins. Sally was born in Sydney on the 6th of February 1963. She was the firstborn daughter to her parents, Bill and Jean, who adored her. Sally was a bubbly child who did well at school and excelled at sport and loved singing, which she continued to delight everyone in her presence with for the duration of her life. Singing in the city choir was one of her joys. Sally met David, her future husband, who was also in the choir, their common love of music bringing them together. David asked Sally to marry him by serenading her with an original love song, written especially for her. How could a girl resist? Their love and devotion continued for 3 decades. Their beloved children, Anita, Michael, and Tony, blessed their marriage, all growing up to be successful adults. Sally continued to sing, entertaining the family endlessly, especially on significant events like birthdays and Christmas, and always while preparing the evening meal. Her love of gardening, cooking, family picnics, and gathering around the dining table regularly kept the family unit lovingly close. Sally openly accepted her children's partners into the family unit and was delighted when the grandchildren appeared. Her role as a loving and caring nana came naturally, her babysitting skills appreciated, especially her lullabies when getting the babies to sleep soundly will be missed, and she never used her pretend angry voice. Sally's warm and cheerful personality drew many people to her, making countless friends in the local community. Her beautiful singing voice always a welcome addition at events. Sadly, Sally battled cancer for nearly 5 years, bravely facing chemotherapy and radiation, never complaining. She embraced colourful headscarves and reclaimed her youthful bohemian past by dressing in bright gypsy outfits. She always looked amazing. Sally was a woman, mother, grandmother, wife and friend who added value and breathed life, love into everything she did. She loved challenges, her strength, courage and ability to see the best in everything, truly making a difference in people's lives. Although her last months were fraught with pain and difficulties, her bravery, dignity and courageous spirit was unfailing. All who had the privilege of knowing Sally, her family, friends and colleagues, found that she gave life, strength, spirit and substance to everyone around her. Her legacy of love, kindness and commitment will live on in our hearts and memories forever. Something like that?
I love it, thank you.
Okay, well we can add and change it, move it around. I will email this to you, and if you recall any other significant events or moments, memories, we can add them in. This is just the first draft. Okay, also during the service, I will make an announcement about refreshments to be served and the location. So that will be your brother Tony. He's having a wake at his place after the funeral.
Yeah.
Okay, now my costing of this service in reference to the funeral celebrant fee is $200, which will be paid to me by the funeral home, so you don't have to worry about that at all. Okay, well that about covers all the information needed at the moment. Do you have any questions?
No, not really.
What would be a suitable time to phone you tomorrow evening to confirm the readings and answer any other questions you might have?
Anytime after 6 p.m. would be
Okay,
nice.
that's easy. Well, here is my phone number. Please feel free to call me if you have any inquiries or any questions that may arise. It's a little bit difficult to think of everything at the moment.
Definitely.
So we do need a reading for you to read at the funeral, and also hymns, they're important, or songs that your mother liked. So we can go back to Shirley Bassey. She had some lovely songs, a beautiful voice. So your mother liked to sing Shirley Bassey songs?
She did.
Okay. Well, that about covers it for now. Thank you very much for your time.
Okay, thank you.
And I will speak to you tomorrow.
Okay.